All right, Faceless Void. So another core that benefits from
10 seconds
Mag,
remaining.
even though they don't have like any synergy
5
with their
seconds
heroes.
remaining.
Like there's no any kind of a burst damage besides Faceless Void ulti into Wukong's command. They're gonna need the. Huh. I don't know what they want to lane actually. Monkey King could be a mid. Faceless Void safe.
I think that's probably the most likely. I mean, Thompson loves this hero mid, and I think I've seen ILTW play Faceless Void a couple times. Who knows? Maybe OG's feeling good enough they're just gonna throw Jarex on it. I mean, they could.
Oh yeah, Jarex played Monkey King as 4. That's correct. If
I was saying Faceless Void, sorry.
Oh, Faceless Void. No, it could actually be Jarex and Monkey King this game.
Okay.
So then you have Faceless Void core, and you want to have a Thompson hero last, I would say. Maybe it's time to bring out some Invoker.
Ooh. There are a couple of heroes here that don't like having no mana. And that is Batrider, Tiny. I think TB also. Yeah, that doesn't sound too bad now. That sounds pretty good.
I mean, picking Terrorblade into Faceless Void...
That's bold.
That's really ballsy.
I kind of feel like,
10
on the one hand,
remaining.
well, because like you can also go Diffusal Blade on either Void or Monkey King or both of them, and this is a hero that you can't have no mana on anymore.
Yeah, everyone just buys the Diffusal Blade. That's it. No mana. Can't cast any spells. Just kidding. They're gonna have last pick on side of OG, so they can still decide whether this Monkey King is gonna be a core or position 4. They're gonna see the matchup that Thompson is gonna play against and then decide.
Okay. Can dig it, can dig it. Also, Enchantress can take over Terrorblade illusions. That's fun. I like that idea a lot.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a good TB game to start with.
But I guess there is something to be said for like player hero combos. Get Madara on something that he feels comfortable with, and that he can maybe just win the game with if he gets off to a good start. That's I guess their hope. Earth Spirit.
So they think Tiny is gonna be mid, TB safe lane, considering the fact that they banned out Earth Spirit. Monkey King against Tiny. I've seen this matchup going both ways. Depends on the rotations. Even though Monkey King loves to play against melee heroes, Tiny is not that kind of a hero that's afraid against Monkey, since he has a better range and a lot of harassment. Even if Monkey tries to go aggressive on him and his spells are available, he can easily burst him with one of the rotations.
Yeah, I've seen some monkeys go like an Orb of Venom or something to try and stay on him, but that still depends upon you getting a better creep block. So it kind of can be tough. Yeah, I almost wonder if also like they're okay with a Tiny mid matchup, but they really don't want to run into like a 4 Earth Spirit. And I kind of feel like this is going to be a Tiny 4 more often than not. They're going to go Venge! What?
What? They banned out Legion Commander against Batrider. The hero just cripples him. Cancels the last lasso, cancels his stick in a palm charges. The great debuff, also amazing against TB illusions and to lock him down, even though I don't think OG would pick LC.
Why Venge? Oh, save for Chrono, of course. Okay, so this is going to be their answer to try and keep TB alive. All right. I mean,
they could get Pagana again if they want to, or they can get Invoker. They need some damage in Chrono for sure, and they need a strong laner.
Yeah. Oh my God, Mr. Thompson. Oh, have you got the chance to see a lot of the Thompson Shadow Demon mid?
Yeah, I saw one of the games where he played. This hero is extremely good against Terrorblade. Terrorblade is gonna actually have less Terrorblade illusions than what OG is gonna have with Enchant, with Shadow Demon Disruption. Yeah. It's a good save. Also, it's a good save for Lasso Disruption.
I like it.
I like Shadow Demon in general, and I think this hero is gonna be way more popular considering how many buffs he received.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to find out how to not get reported in your mid matchup playing Shadow Demon, this is a game to watch. It's going to be Topson playing it. As far as the other heroes in the game, particularly from Vega Squadron, we've talked about some of the issues that the Terrorblade has playing in this game, but it is in a way kind of single target focused. Like it's just about that Chronosphere hitting him, or possibly a long duration RP. If you can avoid those, or if Venge can save you from them, maybe that's the way that they could sort of take a win here.
That's a core Venge, so she's not going to be using swaps that aggressively because she needs to take care of herself.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
So if it's not Terrorblade in Chrono, I don't think she's swapping it.
Well, game number 2 backs up against the wall. Vega Squadron need this win if they want to keep their hopes alive of going into the grand finals against Alliance or Caban, who are both playing right now on Beyond the Summit 2. They're in the first game. This one started an hour earlier. And well, we're all starting to wake up now as well, which is a nice little bonus.
And it's gonna be Jarex on that Monkey King. I've seen him play it before, and usually he goes for Orb of Venom.
What did you expect? What did you expect?
And I've seen him actually getting Primal Spring level 1 instead of Jingu. Depends what the lane is.
That is a little bit strange, isn't it? I guess that he's going to wait to see what the laning matchup is before he decides to go for any skills. No tail on the Enchantress. Double Fairy Fires. Sentry Ward. Some clarity in Tangos. Needs to be a little bit careful. A toss back into a magic missile. No tail. Well, she's breaking away. Her. Oh, wait.
They can't kill this Enchantress. No. 2 Fairy Fires plus Nature Attendance if needed. She even stole the rune.
I almost feel bad.
The celebratory gong. You'll have to see it. Alright, OG. That should be 3, right? Yep. 3 going their way.
It's gonna be 3 for 1.
Hasn't skilled anything yet. Rallying up against Peksu. Alright, the Druid strat working in full effect. And Sub continuing to swear, whether it's in-game or outside of it.
Yeah, well, that spell is extremely costly. 170 mana, level 1.
Oh, for the Enchantress, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have it back up again shortly. No tail, Fairy Fire needs to use it, but First Blood drawn. Might have had a second there, actually.
I think he had enough time to pop it. It's only level 1 stun, which lasts 1.5 seconds.
Well, No tail's back again. And they're going to try and put the pressure now onto this Venge, as well as maybe next time. No armor on this hero, but does have a stout shield, and Venge on the other side, 5 armor.
They swapped lanes a little bit. They're gonna have Seb playing Magnus on mid. We didn't discuss it, and Shadow Demon is gonna be on top.
Yeah, they actually swap out. The Batrider left this lane now because he wanted to have that matchup against the Shadow Demon mid. So they bring the Terrorblade towards mid, and now OG are just gonna have Jarex pull the creep wave back to make sure the Shadow Demon gets off to a pretty good start here. See if he can find the Shadow Poisons on a Peksu. Doesn't really look like it's going to happen, so he backs out again. And it looks like they will farm up underneath the tower a little bit here. Misses a couple CS, but that's okay.
Yeah, TB is going to do fine, but meta is up. When it's not, he's going to get harassed with the Empower and Shockwave. Seb almost has a bottle.
Yeah. Madara, level 3 now. Saving that extra point. As far as rotations go, not the best heroes in the world to make it happen. Maybe next time needs to be a little bit careful here, as No Tail does have that Harpy creep. Stormcrafter, lots of damage, not much mana cost, and well, look at that. In the meantime, they kill off Thompson. So, harassment bottom, death top, and Jarek's also in some trouble. Another punch. Ooh, mischief, not enough.
It's not an easy lane for OG. All this is a dead Battler has 4 charges. He hits him. Alright. Peksu. Jarex is level 1 only, but it's gonna be enough.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be 2 for 2 trade.
A little bit strange. Meanwhile, they do decide to deny the Tiny to the tower as soon as they get fairly low. That way he'll come back out with full mana again. The celebratory gongs. Holy crap. Swear to God, I can't wait for the year of the whatever the heck it is to be over already.
It's Year of the Pig, my friend.
Oh, there you go. Good call. Not bad.
Nature attend us.
You uncultured swine.
God damn it. Jarex is going to die again. A much better early game so far from Vega Squadron. In terms of like the actual laning and hitting creeps, it's still OG that are leading. But Vega have been able to pull things together a lot better.
Yeah, well, that's not the strongest lane for OG. Shadow Demon plus Roaming Monkey King. It's not very effective. Seb is going to pick up Invis Rune, level 4, almost level 5. Dominating the mid lane, 10 more CS.
Yeah. It's about 1,000 gold lead overall. When you look at it, and Thompson wanting to simultaneously get these last hits and maybe threaten. All right. Oh my God, everywhere we look, people are dying. No Tail has not had the best time so far. Second death in the laning stage.
This is bullshit.
Toss back into another stun. She's really low HP. If she can't pop Nature Attendance, she's gonna die.
I thought that the chat wheel was gonna end after they won TI, but I don't think it's ever gonna end.
Dire's top tower is
Well,
under attack.
you can make it end.
Did you just mute him?
Yep.
Dude, I can't do that. There's no way. Can't disrespect like that. Oh my God, the triple bash. Maybe next time. Got hit by it thrice. Now might end up going down. Oh, he's just gonna be able to walk away afterwards.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
But in the meantime,
Let's see. Venge.
Run
Is
off.
there a bash? Yeah, they can't grab the skill.
oh, bash needs the bash. Gets hit there, but no. Won't go any further forward. Top lane, more action a brewing onto Mr. Kezu. 4th stack, not quite enough.
3 out of 4 heroes in this top lane have ability that counts stacks.
Are fortified.
Jingu, Shadow Poison, Stick in a Palm.
Hey, look at Thompson. He just keeps on punching him. Pex is dead. The hell do you do against this? This is why this is so strong. It's
Oh,
like
he needs 1 creep to level 6. If he can get a deny, aye. Arcane Boots popped.
oh my God,
1 creep and the Kez is gonna die.
waiting for it. I mean, Kezu's got to know about this.
The jury of my peers.
I mean,
Radiant's
I don't know exactly what's going on there. Mid lane, Terrorblade gets the Sunder off onto Seb. That keeps him alive. I believe that was an RP used as well, so Seb not able to find the kill with level 6. A little bit frustrated about that, I'm sure. Meanwhile, a bash onto maybe next time. They'll back out yet again.
Tornado creep. He's not backing out. He needs 2 more CS to get himself to level 6. Ench.
Blanche, not quite going to be enough, and does have the tree toss if he wants to use it, as well as a mango. The bash comes through again onto the Venge, but will not die.
Worst possible timing to get the bash. If he got it before, he would have gone for that kill for sure.
Pops in
And,
again. We'll find that banishment now onto 1. They pull him back in closer to the Bat Rider, wanting to find the kill, but they did manage to get the Demonic Purge off. Needs another couple of stacks if he wants to find this kill. Thompson still living through it. The Fairy Fire, the punch, he is going to get away. Kezu on absolutely nothing, and Pexu finishes off Jerax as well. Vega came to play.
Yeah, this is what I expected for them to actually try to do something, play aggressive, and that's exactly what they're doing in game 2. Chronosphere used, they got a kill on Venge. Venge is only level 4. Bottom lane is not looking good for Vega Squadron though. We have Enchantress who's level 3 and then Faces Void who's level 6.5. So he also TP top. Shadow Demon does not have ulti. But Faces Void, great hero against Batrider because he always uses his spell. Some time dilation is going to be extremely effective.
Looks like No-Tail's smoked up here as well in the mid lane, and Thompson finds it. He has his ulti back off cooldown now, and this is a dead Kezu. The strength of the Shadow Demon in the core role. Going for the Aether Lens next, and I mean, this is the thing that's so interesting about this hero is like, you know, normally skill shots are balanced around it being like hitting it once and it's amazing. Like, this is balanced around if you hit 5 skill shots in a row, you just kill somebody. That's awesome. I love this hero.
Yeah, I don't like anything that's RNG based.
Oh my god.
Thompson.
Maybe next time. He walked right by him. He thought he was a tree, and they just lose the Shadow Demon. Seb in some trouble and will go down.
Nicely done by Rubik. Left at the exact moment to cancel the shockwave, even though he didn't even have enough mana to cast it, but still nicely executed. They're protecting their cores, that's what matters.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Very much so. Make sure that they can get the farm that they need to go forward in this one, and Thompson runs into... Oh, found him with the okie doke. And we'll try and go for a stun to turn this back around, but Vengeful Spirit will eventually be killed off.
Eventually Spirit. If you look closely, you can see the way Thompson is moving when he's playing Shadow Demon, just using the advantage of fog so he can get stunned. Against Venge it was not that effective since she got Wave of Terror and got a vision of him, but he's always in fog using Shadow Poison. I remember one of those games where he completely dominated in the Roach Pit fight. He was just lurking around, he had no vision, couldn't stun him.
I mean, that's really the thing about it too, right? For the Shadow Demon is like, it creeps up on you, those stacks, and then once you get into some of the later talents, it really becomes a problem. He's got a 30 XP gain talent if that's one of the ones he wants to go for.
Yeah, for sure.
Is under attack.
Scary stuff. Hexu, right nearby.
If you want to play Shadow Demon, you need to be expert in math.
Expert in math.
To know how much, to know how much Shadow Poison damage is gonna do.
Okay.
Like you can see all those fancy words, stacks, release, sub ability, max stacks to multiply. That's a lot of math.
Thompson forcing back Madara. Could throw a couple more Shadow Poisons out there if he wants to, but won't go for it. And actually, it was a Rubik's Steel of Soul Catcher. Not the best one in the world to take, but it's okay. Madara showing his appreciation for the lack of a kill. So we do almost have the Aether Lens done for SD. What else? Stacks on stacks on stacks, the classic. And even though we've been talking a lot about Thompson's hero, LTW is going to become just one of those indomitable monsters on this Void eventually with his Empower.
Yeah, he doesn't have Mask of Madness, just going straight into S and Y. So I love this item build because it's gonna give him enough tankiness. Maybe a casual mask would be fine, so that he doesn't have to go region. And also against all these stuns, status resistant Thompson mid lane though.
Got him caught, bringing in people. Can't forget about it. The RP onto 3, seeing what they can do. Is it going to be enough, though? They're going to imprison himself on that Shadow Demon. Make sure he doesn't go down, but with all the stacks of the fire on top of him and the Vengeful Spirit going down, it looks like they overstayed their welcome. OG punished heavily by Vega.
The problem is they don't have any follow-up damage. Their damage is pretty static. It needs time to build up.
Yeah.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad.
At least at this point. You start getting up to like Chrono and Wukong's command like you're talking about in the draft, and that's when things do change. But for now at least, it's not a whole hell of a lot.
If they had the Monkey King there just to use Boundless Strike, I think it would be enough.
Yeah.
But he was out of mana.
Even just the extra amount of disables, so that way Shadow Demon could get off like 1 or 2 more stacks. Could have made
This Monkey King is gonna be a threat for sure.
Yeah?
Like he's level 7, two raid bands. If you give him Empower, he can farm. He has maxed out 3 dance. He's gonna deal a lot of damage.
He also has been getting all those stacks off, which allows him to keep getting that injection of gold.
Dire are scanning.
They do find Thompson. Maybe next time wants to get him, but not gonna happen.
You need to be more specific when you say stacks, because we have a lot of
That's fair.
stacking abilities. You mean neutral stacks,
That's
battle
fair.
cup stack.
Oh, did you play Battle Cup?
And not for quite some time. I won some battle cups. It's more than enough for me. It's hard to be available on Saturdays. People find people who are.
Yeah, I hate people too. So they're gonna walk over our way. Not gonna get found there. So the smoke gank not gonna bear fruit. Down bottom, it's Madara that's just slowly been trying to farm up and do what he can, not become a target. Toss away for maybe next time to make sure that ILTW does not chrono him. And Vega with a slight gold lead at this point. You can see that the Venge has fallen a little bit behind, but that's made up for by these other supports who've gotten a decent amount of farm.
Yeah, not a big fan of Boost of Travel first item, but man, Kazu's farmed in this game. It allowed him to farm jungle and lane. Now he has a Blink Dagger on top of that. It's one of his signature heroes.
Well, he is going to get stunned right as he TP's in, but they find a kill. Oh, God, that was not the play. Oh God, it didn't go well. Kazu. Oh no, I don't want to be like that. I'm sorry, dude, but Kazu does look like he's gonna go down, and now DM as well, under fire. So OG, they are gonna clean it up in the end. It looks like, in spite of the kind of rough RP, they make it work.
This Shadow Demon is doing so much work.
God
It still has a chrono already.
Lacoste, you kill me every time. Holy crap.
This is gonna be a tier 1 tower for free. Catapult is there. Yeah, this is it. Terrorblade illusion on illusion. Let's go.
Oh, wanted to go for the denied it. No Tail was already there with the catapult. So they do take that tier 1 tower in the mid lane. And again, Kazu gonna push out this bottom lane.
Yeah,
Wait to see if somebody shows up.
It felt like a replay for a moment because it did the exact same thing before the fight started.
Right? I mean, deja vu. Oh, 10 to 13, 1,000 gold lead. Yep. And maybe next time, almost at his Blink Dagger. We'll see if he does decide to go for the Arcanes first. Do you feel like they need to be more active around the map and get that Blink Dagger right now? Or are they kind of okay for the moment?
Are we talking about Vega?
Yeah, for maybe next time. Like,
maybe next time. They already have initiation. They just need to play around Bathradder. His lasso was ready for quite some time. No good pick off. And I love Puppy, man. Puppy's playing 7 ways to die.
What?
I just got a message.
Oh, okay, got it.
On the friend list.
I gotcha. All right. A little confused there. No problem.
You don't have to practice that much to
Nah,
be the
man.
best.
What's 7 ways to die? I've never heard of that before.
I have no clue.
Okay.
Sounds like one of those couch games.
The couch games?
Yeah.
Oh my god, look at these guys. They pull back in one. It is Mr. Jerax. They got the swapper ready. But Thompson shows up, and now you got the Chronosphere available if you so desire. Almost gonna find that kill. And Venge will eventually go down. So just when you think you got him, turn it back around onto him.
I just broke the game. If you look at the shrine, and shrine is not ready, and Batrider uses Firefly over the shrine, it looks like shrine is ready.
Oh, that's the next level strat. Speaking of Batrider, he's starting to build up some of those sticky napalms. Gotta be careful. Opsin has vision with the disruption available if he wants it. Throws out the flame break. They have that disruption now onto Kezu, and well, LTW thought about chasing in for that one. They have the rest of Vega moving in from the north, and that's actually going to stop them from moving into Roche. They don't feel comfortable with it.
Yeah, Roche is at half HP. TB doesn't have meta, and they're going to try to use that info maybe to finish the Roche. I'm not sure they have enough damage. And there's the casual mask on Faceless Void I was talking about. He needs to have some kind of a sustain, can't really farm both lane and jungle without it. Vega's just gonna give up.
I mean, Madara had this haste rune, so he had it down bottom, but he has the TP coming out to him right now. He's going to put some pressure on. If they can delay this a little bit longer, maybe you get in a position where you can get a trade-off at least. If you can get a tier 3 tower, that's definitely worth it. But they take down Roche. Kezu trying to go for the Aegis, but it's not quite going to happen. And still hanging on to that Chrono. That is enough. And they force back. Not that much damage dealt to the tier 3. And Madara now in trouble. He's going to send the other illusion off. They want to try and trick him, but they're not biting. Does throw the reflection, the RP used, and does get the kill onto the Monkey King. But looks like in the end, it's not going to be there.
Juke game is strong, but OG to experience the fall for it.
Yeah. Oh,
Chrono.
He got his man.
What did he steal? Chrono is stolen.
Oh, drop another one. Make it happen.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad.
And we got mass tips. Man, I don't even know what's going on right here. I mean, they're tipping him, but they just lost Aegis and they lost their carry. What happened?
Chronosphere is not going to be that effective in terms of them dealing damage in Chronosphere because they basically have none. But just to zone them out, if you can land a good zone in Chronosphere, it could be fine. Also, Venge is level 10. Vengeance Aura level 3 with Vlad. That's gonna be a lot of damage. They use the combo, so this Faceless Field is just gonna walk away.
Yep. So they do not get the kill in the top side, but instead it's Batrider that goes down on the other bounty rune. 20 minutes in, still anybody's game for sure. But with that Aegis, it does feel like it's OG that are in a little bit more control at this point. Here top, they find the Chronosphere is gonna catch onto the Shadow Demon, so that works.
Their damage is insane. Terrorblade is sitting on 350.
Oh my god. Stay still, Jerix. Look at this tree, on the tree. LTW tries to jump to the low ground, and it's gonna be a tier 1 tower.
It's the wall. Couple of times and he's using a time walk. It's shorter than you think.
Yeah. They killed off No Tail on the other side of it and they pull back into Sep. Ooh, good blink away. LTW does have Chronosphere off cooldown in 15 seconds, but do they have the damage to throw into it afterwards? Monkey King starting to reveal himself in the mid lane, walking around as a tree. Throws out that Wukong's command, initiates onto that Vengeful Spirit and now trying to jump away, but maybe next time able to get the blink out of there. Meanwhile, it does look like they will eventually find this kill onto the Vengeful Spirit. So Jerix hanging out in that top lane makes it worth it. No Tail spotted. Kezu, he does not feel comfortable being in lane against that Enchantress.
This could be a really long game. OG does not have any kind of tower damage. You don't want to siege with any of the heroes just by being there hitting the tower against a Batrider because it could be suicidal.
Yeah. It's much more kill-oriented, it feels like, from OG, and then when they kill everybody, that's when they can go for tower pushes. Top lane, No Tail gets his heal off. And maybe next time going to have to back away. It's another thing that sort of sucks about this hero in a way is that as time goes on, you know, your damage kind of tops off for the support Tiny. Oh my god, look at that initiation range! What? Oh, Aether Lens is so good. They got him caught, and will find the Vengeful Spirit yet again. Well played by OG, and that disruption coming from Thompson.
And Kaz is dying way too many times. He needs to be the one who's active. That's one of the problems when you get travel and blink, where you tend to farm a lot instead of being active.
Madara's being chased. Mid lane, there's also action going on as they want to take down this Faceless Void, and it does get the Time Walk off, so he should live. Madara, on the other side, gets pulled in a little bit closer. It looks like mid lane, they're going to be fine, but down bottom, it is going to be Madara that eventually falls. Although Sunder, turn around, Yule Scepter lift up. Thompson did not do the math right there, and now Madara is able to turn this back around onto them.
And they didn't time it right. Kazu's TPing.
Alright, the turn, they find themselves Thompson, and this Shadow Demon does go down. Meanwhile, back towards the mid lane, OG seeing if they can get something to return onto this tier 2 tower. Maybe next time shows up to clear out the creep wave. And Vega Squadron still holding on strong here.
Seb should have waited for 2-3 more seconds, so his shockwave would be off the cooldown and get one more stack on Shadow Poison. It would be enough to kill the TB.
So OG, by no means in an uncomfortable position, but a lot of the games that they've been playing in these qualifiers, they've looked completely dominant, except for that one game against Kaban. And this has been probably the biggest test that they've had so far. Vega Squadron, on the other hand, while other games are going on, we were casting other people's games, so I don't know what the heck they look like, but they're looking pretty good here.
Yeah, TB has Scotty finished, level 18. He's extremely farmed on top of the net worth, 1,000 ahead of Faceless Void, and I love what Batrider has queued up, Gem. This hero kind of needs it. You want to get rid of the vision since you have a flying vision, so just try to devord everything, get a pick off. It's like a textbook example how to play the game.
What did you expect?
5 clarities on Batrider, what up?
I think they might have an inkling that the rest of OG are showing up as Seb is being healed up by nature's attendants. Jerax tries to chase. Oh, Peksu, he skewered through the trees, that way Jerax couldn't chase. Oh, that was pretty sick.
Sick, bro. Faceless Void with BKB. Oh, man. They're trying to find a fight. And BKB is not delivered yet, but they don't want to waste any time. They need to be careful with the courier.
Invisibility.
Because it can reveal the smoke if you see a courier flying. That's
Yeah, and the
okay,
ping
being
comes
pinged
out.
out.
Oh, that was no tail that pinged it.
Ping. All right.
But that is the BKB, like you said. And who do they run into? It is Peksu. Maybe they can find more. Pull him in closer. That was Skewer stolen, and the time walk away. Hey, 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 Mr. Peksu still in some trouble. They have swap if they want to use it. Try and keep his buddy alive. And it looks like Venge will do just that.
Nicely done by Peksu. Our stolen skewer into stolen time walk to get himself out of the position, out of the danger. Tier 2 tower is gonna fall. Also, they are gonna be able to defend the tier 1 tower on top.
And that gem you talked about, using it to good effect already. Kazu going and getting that D ward. As far as vision is concerned from OG, they have good vision in the Radiant top jungle, which is probably where the next battle is going to be taking place, since Roche is capable to respawn in about 5 seconds. Meanwhile, you compare that to the vision that you've got on the side of Vega, and there really isn't much on this side of the map at all. So they're going to have to be playing a bit blind, as maybe next time.
They need to take control of their jungle.
All right, nice blink away. Thompson able to fully bait that one. Holy crap. I mean, he knew he was coming. That's just what this vision gives you.
Gem is being pinged out. They know it's here.
This
is huge.
Oh my god.
I mean, you can't play Batrider like that. You need to group up as 5, devoured your jungle, try to get a pick up. You solo teleporting there with Gem just screams suicide.
Well, it did seem like there were a lot of pings going on at the time. Not sure what all is going on there, but Roche is back up again now for OG, so if they wanted to, could be some movement into there very soon. Jerax might actually run into Madara here. Does he have vision? He sees him. He sees Madara. No-Tail's there as well. They got eyes on him. Wukong's command is out. They have DM in the area as well. Seb moves in. Going to be able to find the RP. A good play. It was a nice save, but ended up swapping back the other direction. And TB just dies, as does the Venge. They find themselves Peksu. What in the hell was that?
Nice timed BKB from Faceless Void. TB was about to use a Sunder. It doesn't go through BKB anymore. Chrono is still ready, and they can take a fight. They can also go for Roche. Look at Jerax, man. He has 4,000 gold.
This guy is, yeah, he's something else. And dropping down some deep wards here as well. Of course, that all is set up by him just hopping around through the trees and happening to find somebody. But you only find somebody if you put yourself in a position to make it happen. So right now, Vega Squadron still very farmed on this Terrorblade, but he's the last one and does miss on to maybe next time there with the Boundless Strike, but with LTW moving into position, they have vision. This is a dead Tiny.
Blink.
Oh. Jump in, bash, first hit every time.
Come on.
Affirmative. Well, look at that. Don't be mad. The chat wheel, it never stops.
Oof, first hit bash. When we say first hit, after everything was reset, that's a first hit. Boots of Travel on Shadow Demon. And Thompson likes to play with these items, so he can split push, blink dagger, dual scepter, hard to catch.
Yeah.
Now with Boots of Travel, he can be on a different side of the map, join a team fight.
I want to see if he goes for the Shadow Poison cooldown talent. It's so weird looking. You just start like, I don't know.
Yeah. Why did Tiny buy back?
I guess he was worried about securing Roche, or maybe he was just very upset about that bash. I don't know. But, well, there's the Monkey King. Doesn't hit anybody, but they're set up for a pretty good Chronosphere if they want to find it. And Madara actually is just going to take the Chrono to the face. They do have the swap, but he can't get into range. He does finally find it there, but he does not hit it, actually. And, oh, Madara trying to run in there. He does have Seb to follow it up afterwards with the big RP onto 2. They pull him back in. They all go down as Thompson pops the bubble. And now finding themselves one more, there's going to be a dieback for a Tiny, and most likely, oh, excuse me, maybe next time he's able to get away with that one. But still,
this game is not, this game is not over, but they might call it. They don't have TB meta for 2+ minutes. Wolf is ready, Alpha Wolf. There's going to be a lot of damage. They even have Vlad's.
Man. Tier 3 tower goes down, and like we were saying, you don't necessarily need to be able to siege high ground if they're all dead. Just walk up there. Now moving to the mid lane. Did he take that point? Yeah. It looks so weird, the Shadow Poison. It's just like he's constantly doing a little, I don't know, karate move or something. Oh, blink, Yules, pull back in. Hello, how are you? He goes down, and a little bit more all chat because that's just how we roll here.
Yeah, well, I told you Monkey King is gonna become a core this game. He almost has a full schematic. Wukong's command, slow down everybody.
And I mean, that's part of the thing that I think is just so, oh no, is this gonna happen again? Jerax, take it easy on them. He gets all the vision in the world. They realize they're coming over. Roche goes down. LTW ready to jump in 9 seconds. There is going to be a Chronosphere afterwards. They find the Boundless Strike onto 2. Godlike ILTW. And with 3 more dead, this is looking pretty damn near impossible for Vega Squadron. It was only a couple thousand net worth lead only a few minutes ago, is now ballooned up to 16,000.
Yeah, that's a gem cost them a lot. They lost the vision they had on the map, and I mean, Vega Squadron is not the team that can play consistent. I've seen some of their games before. They always had the same issue. Also, their drafts are... I always have a feeling that they have weird drafts.
Oh. Ah, it hurts. It hurts. The 4-staff bubble, and Thompson, he finds his man. Oh, God. Oh, it hurts. Unstoppable streak. This guy plays a pretty mean mid. 15, 6, and 10.
Yeah, even though he didn't play mid this game.
That's a good point. Fair enough. Thank you, Lacoste. Keep me honest.
Off.
Ooh!
Mean off lane.
Hey, hey! Good blink away from Terrorblade. It still might come at the cost of a life, and that life is indeed going to be ILTW, maybe, possibly. He gets pulled back in by the lasso, the stomp to try and live. Oh my God, no tail! You freaking baller! He gets it caught. The Chronosphere, meanwhile, is a little bit off the mark by ILTW. Or was that Rubik that stole it? Am I crazy? Yeah, what the hell happened? Okay, beautiful play then by the Rubik. And Peksu, in the meantime, just going to try and TP away. No tail, can't quite get there in time. Oh, RP, because why not? RP. That's what you gotta do. RP stolen. Be careful, buddy. The RP to turn it back around to Madara. Are they gonna be able to make this happen? He doesn't have Sunder though, and they put him in his bubble yet again. Disruption is down, and he is dead. And that might finally be the game. Oh, lordy lordy. Double kill for Thompson. And GG is gonna be called. Good luck as well. They did it. They're in the grand finals.
Yeah, it's hard for Vega, for sure. They could win against OG, let's say in best of 1, but in best of 3s, best of 5, they don't stand a chance. They could try to pull off some sneaky strat, try to make it work. Other than that, OG is just a better team.
Well, a very impressive showing from OG, who have still kind of just breezed their way through the qualifiers, with the exception of that one loss to Caban. This does set us up for an OG in the grand finals against either Alliance or Caban. Do you feel like there's one team that you would rather see there? Do you feel like there's one team that would stand a better chance against OG and what they're doing?
Definitely Alliance. Did they win game 1? Yeah, Alliance is 1-0. Second game is happening right now.
Okay.
I feel like Alliance is going to take this 2-0. I have a lot of faith in Alliance. They showed a lot of potential. I don't want to praise them because every time I praise them, I tend to jinx them. And maybe I just start shit-talking about them, and then suddenly they qualify for a minor. No, on a serious note, they showed a lot of potential, and they've been playing extremely well lately. They still have this like small gap that they need to close in terms of becoming a extremely strong team. Some issues have to be fixed, but they're on a good path for sure.
Okay, I can dig it. I will say that there were some standout performances from Vega Squadron in this game too. I think Peksu played a really good Rubik for being put in the position 5 role. I think that he was probably the standout player for me in this game. Would you kind of agree with that? At least on the side of Vega?
Well, Kezu played well first 10 minutes, then like you didn't see any good lassos. His positioning was really not that great, but you mentioned Peksu. Peksu played well in both of the games. Okay.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go on a quick break while we wait for the next series to finish up. If you want to watch that one, twitch.tv/BeyondTheSummit2. If you want to, just put a little 2 at the end of your URL, which is right above where this little score screen is. I don't know why I'm giving you guys this information. You know how Twitch works. You're here already. And we'll be back in a little bit with that series, which is going to be a best of 5 grand finals. So be sure to tune in for that in just maybe a couple of hours. We'll see. Adios.